At 1:47 a.m., Lena stared at the glowing screen through a haze of cheap champagne and poor decisions. Her apartment was quiet, except for the hum of the refrigerator and her own heartbeat drumming in her ears. She had meant to text her best friend. Instead, her thumb betrayed her. "Ooh, up." She didn't notice the name at the top of the chat until the message whooshed away. Adrian Vale, her billionaire boss. The man who owned half the skyline and the entire boardroom atmosphere. The man whose presence made interns forget their names and executives straighten their ties. The man she had absolutely no business texting at nearly 2 in the morning. Lena froze. Then she groaned into a couch pillow. "Perfect," she muttered. "Career-ending perfect." She considered throwing her phone out the window. Instead, she tossed it aside and swore never to check it again. 3 minutes later, it lit up. Adrian, yes. Her stomach dropped. She typed a frantic apology, deleted it, typed another, deleted that too. Before she could decide, another message appeared. "Adrian, are you okay?" The concern felt worse than anger. She stared at the words, unsure how honesty had suddenly become the easiest option. "Lena, drunk, embarrassed, ignore me." The typing bubble appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Then silence. Relief washed over her. Crisis averted. She kicked off her heels and stumbled toward the kitchen for water. That's when the knock came. 3 calm, deliberate taps. Lena blinked at the door as if it might explain itself. No one visited her this late. Her building barely allowed guests before sunset, let alone now. Another knock. Heart racing, she opened the door. Adrian Vale stood in the hallway in a charcoal coat, hair slightly windswept, expression composed, but eyes searching. He looked less like a man who ran empires and more like someone who had simply come because he was asked. "You texted," he said gently. That was not an invitation," she stammered. "I know." His mouth curved faintly. "But you didn't sound fine." Warmth spread through her chest, unexpected and unsettling. "You drove across the city because I sent 2 letters?" "You never send 2 letters," he replied. They stood in the quiet doorway. The world narrowed to shared breath and soft hallway light. "May I come in?" he asked. Lena hesitated, then stepped aside. Inside, the apartment was messy, imperfect, human. Adrian removed his coat and draped it over a chair like he had nowhere more important to be. She handed him a glass of water. Their fingers brushed. Electricity, sharp and undeniable. "Next time," he said quietly. "Call me on purpose." For the first time that night, Lena smiled, steady, real, and entirely awake.